So for the first question, part A, the question asks for a mallet code where we counted the TNB industry bill usage, where in the function there will have two nested functions that calculate the off-peak usage and peak usage. And in the function will also have this comment, and the output should look like this when we call the function with this value. So the solution is like this. The function name is the same as the indication TNB industry, and inside function we have another two nested function, TNB off peak and TNB peak, and we took the off peak usage kilowatt hour and multiply by 21.9 cent, and also the same in TNB peak, we took the peak usage kilowatt hour and multiply by 35.5 cent, and then we sum up the output of these two functions into one variable bill, and then we also check if the value bill is less than or equal to 600. If so, we automatically set bill into 600. If else we just took the value, and then we print out the output just like the question intended. And when we call the function with this value, the output is just as the question intended, 600 ringgit. For part B, the question asks to write the code for the domestic customer. So using the second table, and the user need to input the electricity usage using the input function, and then the output will show the total bill in ringgit. So I make it into a function and then ask user for input and save the electricity usage into a variable, and then using if else, I check according to the tariff table and the rate. So according to how much is the usage, that is how much the bill will be. So for the first one is less than 200, we'll just multiply it by 21.8 cents, and then if it's between if it is larger than 200 but less than 300, I add 43.6, meaning the first 200 is already multiplied by 21.8 cents, and then the rest is multiplied by 33.4 cents. And so yeah, the usage is minus 200 first, and then multiply by 33.4 cents, and it is the same until the last statement. And then it will check if bill is less than 3 ringgit, it will automatically set bill into 3 ringgit, which is the minimum rate. And then lastly, I print at the bill in 2 decimal point. So we call the function, we'll ask for the usage. So let's say 234 will give you the electricity bill. And let's say if we give a very low kilowatt hour, it will automatically set into 3 ringgit. Next, for part C, we need to write a MATLAB code to record the domestic customer bill for a whole year, meaning each month, meaning 12 months. So, and then write it in Excel sheet and use the function that is created in part B. So in part B, it's already a function, this function TNB domestic, and then they use another function, domestic monthly, and then use array of months, and so that the user will know which month to enter the bill. So, and then save the bill inside and another array where we call the TNB domestic function, and then from that we write it into this Excel sheet from range B2 until B13. So we fill up this area. So if we call this function, it will tell you that it is January, so you know which month to write the electricity stage. So let's say this, and then it will immediately go to February, and then until December. Need to close this one first. So it is done, and we open the Excel file, and it fill up the column with the value of the electricity bill. Actually, this one is in ringgit. So question 2, part A. We have this data table which is missing the temperature in 50 and 55 degrees Celsius. And we need to write a code to check for the missing 50 and 55 degrees Celsius data. We need to find the efficiency for that temperature using the rest of the data that we already have. So the solution is, first we write out the known temperature in an array. So 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, missing 50 and 55, and then until 75. And then also the same with the efficiency. And then another array where we put out the unknown temperature, 50 and 55. And to find the unknown efficiency value, we use this function interp1, where we give it the value, the known temperature value, and also the known efficiency value, and which value of temperature that we want to find the efficiency is, which is 50 and 55. And then with that, with this one function, we get the efficiency value, and then we print out the value that we get. So we run this, and they give the unknown efficiency value, which is 21.63 for 50 degrees Celsius, and 20.97 efficiency for 55 Celsius. So this is, I got it up in FPNF. So for part B, we have two set of questions. So firstly, we want us to read the data from this group of data in Excel sheet, and we need to collect the data into MATLAB, so into a variable day, temperature, and relative humidity. And then from that data and from that temperature and this formula, we need to find the dew point. And from all the value of dew point that we have, we need to write it back into this Excel file using a function. So firstly, to read the data from that Excel file, just use read methods from range A5 to A29. So this one for day. And then for temperature from B5 to B29, this one. And then for relative humidity, we have from C5 to C29. And then to calculate the dew point, this is the variable, and we make a function where we give the variable temperature or the value temperature, which will be used inside this formula. This one is cancelled. set this formula and it will return the dew point value into this variable, and where we will write it into the Excel file. So if you run it, so it's done. And yes, it wrote it in here. The in the dew.